We traveled to Croatia during the summer of 2021. Well, we thought the end of the pandemic would be, but now we know it was really just the middle. We first landed in Dubrovnik, and the hotel was beautiful, from its gorgeous views to a buzz book to the varying buffets. The food was really good, and we stopped at a lot of ice cream shops. Too many I lost count. And there's plenty to do. Most of it was walking and climbing. And yes, we did lose a few hats in the process. It was gorgeous. Now I have to talk about the cave bar, Mommy and Appa's all-time favorite. But what really piqued our interest were the city walls. The walk around is about 6,365 feet, and it took us an hour or two to walk it. Real speed walkers, aren't we? Appa also wanted me to include that we saw Daenerys Targaryen, Mother of Dragons from Game of Thrones. Then we went to a beautiful, very old chapel where I put my photography skills to use. And then we went to Dubrovnik kayaking around the city walls in the Adriatic Sea. Our tour guide was amazing. In fact, he was Raya's long-lost bestie, Joshua. She filled him in on all the tea, including baby pet unicorns and how Appa was sick. At the end, we had to apologize for Raya's non-stop talking. Dubrovnik was a great start to the trip.
Then we went on to Hvar Island, and we needed to take a ferry to get there.
It was a very fast ride. We played fun games like Kuna.
Croatia has more than 1,000 islands, and Hvar Island is one of its most famous. It's very quaint with cobblestone streets.
It's a favorite place.
Going down the water slide at the resort. My favorite was our boat trip during the day where we visited caves and islands.
This is the Green Cave. This is Trixie jumping down at the big cliff. This is the Blue Cave.
This is their most famous cave, similar to Italy's Blue Cave. And we ended the day with a nice lunch on an island.
After we got off the boat, we went to walk around in the city for a little. We came across a wonderful hula hoop performance and took pictures with soldiers. We got to pick out a picture, and one of the highlights of the trip was getting our caricatures done. Now it is hanging on the wall of our house. There was a nice patio between the rooms of our hotel. In Split, we met a drink called Pippi, and now we love it. Split was a very fun place.
For the next part of our adventure, we rented a car. We saved a lot of Croatian kuna by renting the smallest possible car to fit 5 people and 2 weeks worth of luggage. On the drive to Plitvice, we enjoyed the beautiful countryside and views of the Adriatic Sea. We stopped in Zatar for lunch. Zatar is known for the sea organ, which is a beautiful structure that plays music by way of the sea waves and tubes underneath the marble steps.
From Zadar, we drove to Plitvice Lakes National Park. It is the only UNESCO World Heritage Site in Croatia. The park is home to more than 90 waterfalls and 16 crystal clear lakes. The water stays so clear because no one is allowed to swim in the parks because it will destroy the ecosystem. It was a beautiful day walking along the boardwalks. It took us about 6 hours to hike the entire park. We had a nice outdoor picnic, and there was a ferry ride across the main lake. This is one of the most amazing places we've been to in our lives.
But I seek for your hand. I can look at broken strings deeply into it. I hear waves in my ear, through my vein. I let it go, all the pain. 'Cause
We drove to Zagreb and spent the last 2 nights of our vacation in this beautiful city. Zagreb is the capital and largest city in Croatia. We stayed at the Hotel Esplanade, which is arguably one of the most iconic and most beautiful hotels in all of the country. It is where several A-list movie stars and celebrities stayed, and of course we fit right in. But we were so well fit in that they even offered to call us a cab anytime we were in the lobby. One of our most favorite places to visit was this tunnel, which was an old World War II bunker. It was about 20 degrees cooler than the outside city, so we spent a lot of time just walking from one end to another and enjoying ourselves. We visited the old market where we bought all our souvenirs, and of course we spent time in some cathedrals, some of which were really old and beautiful and newly restored. We had to stop for ice cream, and we enjoyed some really wonderful meals. One thing that was cool was that we found the only other Indian in Zagreb and listened to him play some music on the guitar. One of our favorite memories of this whole trip was watching European football or soccer anywhere we went. It was the Euro 2021 Cup, and we were super excited to cheer on our new country, Croatia.
'Cause you've got a time.